we'd done their 9 to 5 rallies up town at 6 o'clock. We got this all fine. I have to go maybe to Dollar Whale. I gotta walk to work in the morning. We walk home. Gotta get married to parents from both states.
Hi, I'm Pt.2.
Hi, I'm Justin.
We're Zero Credibility. Let's go! All right, let's start with the Take Me Out episode. So basically, it was an Asian guy that came out. I'll explain the show. Take Me Out is basically a knockoff of If You Are the One, where a guy comes out and presents himself, and then these girls will press a button to see whether they like him or not. The people who don't like him won't get a chance to date him or something. I don't watch these shows. Justin, you know You Are the One. Explain it.
I mean, it's basically a dating show.
Okay, it's a date, yeah.
Like, I feel that explains it pretty well. A dating show, a guy comes out on a stage and he's judged by I don't know how many girls, and they press a button to turn off their light if they don't want to date him, and they leave it on if they do. I think there's a few rounds, and then
he gets to show more and more himself.
He gets to show more and more himself. Like the host will ask him questions and stuff, and then at the end there will be, I guess, one girl left or no girls left, and they'll go on a date.
Damn, that'd be so sad. Have there been people where like they don't even make it past the first round?
Well, I used to watch If You're the One before. That's the origin of this show. It's a mainland Chinese show, and it was the reason that this show was so popular in China.
White people watch it as well, you know.
Yes, but the reason the show was so popular in China initially was because the girls were like, they said some pretty ridiculous shit.
Like
it's
what?
a pretty harsh shit.
Like what?
Like if a guy comes out or whatever, they'll just say, and the girl immediately turn off the light, and the host asks her, "Why did you turn off your light?" And she'll just go, "Oh, I turned off the light because he's too ugly." Like just straight up, like.
Hey, I like that. I like
just
that.
Straight
shit.
up, no bullshit. Like
no, but like
straight up. But my understanding is that the girls are asked by the producers of the show to like
say flagrant shit.
Yeah, just say savage shit. Like
of course.
Just for for entertainment.
No, but it's quite okay. We're going off on a bit of a tangent here, but don't you think in general girls are more picky than guys? No, actually, proven.
I actually hold the opposite view. Actually,
you think guys are more picky than girls?
I think. I think it depends on picky. My view has always been, I think guys are definitely more. They care much more about looks than girls do.
Then what about the stat about how guys swipe more rights than girls?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the guy can swipe as much right. I mean, that's for Tinder, right? I mean, depends what you want, right? Like, if it's just looking for, a hole, it can be whatever, right? Like, that's why, sex dolls exist, But I think in general I just think in general, especially in in real life and things like that, I think guys generally are more concerned about appearance than girls are to guys. I think girls generally give more of a chance to guys to like might not be the best looking guy, but like personality is so great, so but guys like but she's not hot, man. Like that's what I think.
Interesting. We should bring a girl on and see. Let's see. Okay, let's move back to the topic then. So basically, it's a story about how this guy came out. He was an Asian Filipino guy, and then when the host went to ask the girls that why did they say no, they asked 2 Asian girls, and both Asian girls stated they had a no Asian dating policy, which apparently blew up on the news, obviously. And and to the reason why they have a no Asian dating policy is they say because they look like their brothers. They both said they had the same excuse.
Yeah, so that's a bullshit reason.
All right, Gianna, what's this line about?
Kind of have a no dating Asian sort of policy. You kind of look a bit like my brother.
Oh, racist. Cherie, explain this red light.
I'm sorry, I have a no dating Asian policy as well.
I don't want to be
be mistaken as your brother and sister. It'd be get awkward.
Oh my gosh. What is it? Is this a thing?
Because I'm Asian, I'm allowed to say.
Is this a thing? Does this happen though? Is this a regular occurrence?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Sheree.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's obviously not the real reason.
So is it because these Asian women want just want OP?
What's OP?
Orang Putih. The white man.
I mean, this is something that,
I'm not gonna lie, man. Sometimes I get a bit I cheesed, when I see like a really hot Asian girl with some old white man. I'm like, why you do this?
I mean, so this is something that's a bit tricky for me because I think that. So basically the controversy is that this is racism. That's the question, right? Like, is this racism? And my personal opinion is that I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
But then it comes out to the broader question of if let's say you have a policy it's like, oh, I never date Asian people, or I never date white people, or I never date black people, or I never date whatever, right? Is that is it discrimination? Is it racism? Like,
nah.
Yeah.
It's a preference, right? Like, I don't think so. I think it's a preference, right?
Yeah. So then, in that case, why were you not amused by these two girls saying that they don't date Asians?
No, I just think no, I wasn't amused. I was more of like, it was why is it news? And no, but for me it's
Really?
like,
Go on. Sorry.
I just think, I don't know. I just thought it was like, I think the excuse was, they could have said preference, or they should have not said no dating Asians, right, or something. Policy. Okay, how would you have said it? Like,
I mean, I would just say that I don't like his shirt or something.
yeah, but what? okay. Let's just, okay. Is there a race you wouldn't date?
No, like I've always been very like
Open-minded.
or rather, if you're good looking, right? You're
just good looking.
Yeah, you're just good looking.
Same.
Like,
No, but there's some people who just go like, I don't like the color of your skin. Like, not in a racist way, but it's just like, it's not my type,
What? Do people actually go? Like,
No, but
if that was like
then why do people like, some people like, oh, I like lighter skinned girls. Oh, I like darker skinned girls. Like in America now, they're bringing up the topic of colorism. Like even though you're black, you go like, oh, but he's black, like, like.
Yeah.
So there's that topic. I'm like, okay, it's preference.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
I think it's preference, right? So I don't think it's racism, but do you think the way she said, like, I have a no Asian policy, do you think that that's like a wrong way of putting it, or
Why is it a wrong way of putting it?
I don't know, because it's surely like people will be like raising the eyebrows, like,
What
why?
would you rather she say?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just posing a question. I don't think. I mean, I think she can say that, but like, it seems like a lot of people don't think she can say that. But do you think it's a stupid reason? She should be able to say that, right?
I mean, it's I think if she wants to say that, that's fine. Like, it's just whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think the excuse that, oh, because he looks too much like my brother, I think that's a bullshit excuse. What? So if a white girl is a white guy, like, you can't either, because
That's all right. He dodged 2 bullets anyways.
because he looks too much like, no, that's not true, right? Like, so that's totally like, I mean, there's nothing.
Wait, what's not true? He didn't dodge those bullets?
No, like if a white girl dates a white guy, she's not gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna date him because he looks too much like my brother, like, just purely because he's white, right?
Fair enough.
So, I mean, obviously that reason, he looks too much like my brother, is not a, it's not her real reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's not her real reason. She's just saying some, some, I don't know, some random shit. So yeah, I mean, but in general, I don't know, I had no issue when you sent me this thing.
Fair enough. Do you want to talk more about interracial dating, or shall we move on? Or let's bring that on another day.
It's up to you, man. Like, you're the host, you can bring this wherever you want to bring it.
Okay, let's talk about Brett Kavanaugh. Have you seen the Matt Damon SNL skit?
Yeah. I thought it was quite funny that they got Matt Damon to do that skit, actually.
I thought that was really good.
It's so ironic, actually.
Why? Why? Ironic? How? I don't know.
Because Matt Damon's been caught up in his own Me Too issues.
Oh, what did he do?
This is like oh, was it? Yeah, no, this was like a few months ago because he sort of got caught in that with Ben Affleck. So
Ben Affleck grabbed some like host titty, right?
amongst a few other allegations, and then it sort of spread on to Matt Damon because Matt Damon defended him or something.
Oh, so he didn't really? Was he accused of anything?
No, but he was sort of accused of being like
Associated?
an enabler or some shit, right?
What the fuck?
So that's what I thought was quite ironic that they got Matt Damon to do it. Like, someone who has been not necessarily burned by it, but he's been. Some people have.
He got like bad street cred. A bit of bad street cred for it.
Yeah. So I thought it was kind of ironic, but like for me, I was just like, yeah, whatever. But I just thought it was kind of funny.
I think this would be one of the reoccurring themes of this episode, like being blamed for association. So, okay, just saying, what if like, for example, like you say some stupid shit. I know it's not likely. It probably more likely to be me. But like, if you say some stupid shit and I get blamed for it because I'm your friend, that's unfair, right?
I mean, it depends what was said, right?
Yeah.
If you said, like, I love Hitler and we should gas all the Jews, and I'll be like, yeah, Peter, you make a good point. Then I'm rightly. I think I'm rightly.
No.
I would be rightly chastised for that.
But if you said that and like I didn't edit it out, I didn't say I agree with you or anything, and I didn't edit it out, I'll still get blamed for it for being on the same platform with you. Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, maybe, but I'm not sure how much heat you actually get.
Yeah. Oh. All right.
By the way, I don't love Hitler, and I don't think the Jews should be gassed.
Okay. Shall we move on? Oh, speaking of SNL, let's talk about Ye and Trump. So Kanye went on SNL, performed a few of his songs. Do you watch him perform the "I Love It" song with Lil Pump?
Yeah, man, that was the worst performance ever.
But it was quite funny. Like his Perrier bottle thing was quite funny.
It was funny because of how bad it was.
Yeah, exactly.
To the point where like, if you're not laughing, you're crying. Of sadness at like what you're watching, because this is so. It was so
trash.
So trash.
But like Kanye's verse has to have like one of the lyrics of the Perrier bottle one. Oh, so good. All right. Anyways, is there a problem that Ye went on that rant? People are chastising him right now.
He goes like,
try love. You see, they laughing at me. You heard them, they scream at me. They bully me. They bullied me backstage. They said, don't go out there with that hat on. They bullied me backstage. They bullied me. And then they say, I'm in a sunken place. You want to see the sunken place? Okay, I'm going to listen to y'all now. I'm going to put my Superman cape on. Because this means you can't tell me what to do. Follow your heart and stop following your mind. That's how we're controlled. That's how we're programmed. If you want the world to move forward, try love. Thank y'all for giving me this platform. I know some of y'all don't agree, but y'all be going at that man neck to mouth, and I don't think it's actually that helpful. I think the universe has balance. 90% of news are liberal. 90% of TV, LA, New York, writers, rappers, musicians. So it's easy to make it seem like it's so one-sided. And I felt kind of free. I thought this country said I could be me. I love me too.
Kanye and Rant, name a more iconic duo, right? Like, that's what Kanye does.
Name a more iconic duo. Trump. His man. Trump beats Kanye in terms of rants.
No, I mean, but Kanye rants all the time, every time. Like,
do you go to Kanye's concert when he came to Melbourne?
Yeah,
he ranted.
Yeah, and he rants. Yeah, he ranted, and he rants all the like Kanye rants like I don't think anyone should be surprised that he's
No,
ranting.
we're not in the surprise. But do you think is that a problem that he supports Trump?
I don't think that's a problem, right? Like everyone has their right to support, whoever they want to support.
Yeah, like you and Hitler.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone has their right to support whoever they want to support. I know Kanye gets a lot of heat from it, not just from the public, but also from people in his industry.
Oh yeah, no, like let's just say it. His fans, his black fans especially.
I mean,
put him on a pedestal.
Yeah, but
wrongfully, in my opinion.
I mean, but regardless, right? Like they're still the public, right? And the public can say whatever they want to say, right? The public tends to say whatever they want to say anyway. But I think it's a bit different when you get heat from people you know and you trust and who are your friends, So he's put himself out there and he's gotten heat from people that he knows and he trusts and are his friends. And he's still, doubling down or still got, still very public and still very open about his support for Trump, which, I think in one sense is quite admirable actually, because he obviously, believes in something. And, even though people he cares about, people who he respects, say, I don't agree with you, this is why, and a majority of those people don't agree with him.
Yeah.
He's still like, no, but this is what I believe in. And I'm still going to continue to believe it because I have my reasons. So
yeah, no, but I think he's more of what he's really fighting for is the freedom to think however you want to think, which I agree with. But I just think he's dumb. Yeah, so like I mean he's been saying all this shit, like he's gonna say like I don't know what he's trying to do. Do you think it's for attention or do you think he's mentally ill? Okay, we all know he's a bit mentally off.
Yeah, I think he's a bit,
He has
mentally
bipolar, anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and that's been exacerbated, I think, over the past few years. But I think, yeah, I mean, if you're asking me, is he saying these things for attention? I think, yeah, definitely yes. I mean, he's a guy that's been known to. I mean, he's an attention seeker. Like everyone knows that.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Like so, attention seekers generally will just say stuff to get publicity.
So what does he? Do you think he's a firm believer of bad press? Any press is good press?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I think in general as well. I think in general, any press is good press. Is especially for people in the entertainment industry. I think it's in general. I kind of agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Any press?
Yeah.
Any fucking press?
Because as an entertainer, right? Like, what do you want to be? Like, what's your goal? To be as famous as possible, right?
I don't think if they caught Kanye West playing in the kiddies corner, like I don't think that's good. That was a press that he wants.
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah, like you think Michael Jackson wanted people to know what was happening in Neverland?
I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like Drake. I feel like Drake got way more famous after he got caught in the kiddies corner.
He didn't get caught as an allegation, and I don't think it's wanted because he hasn't even talked about it. It's not like Kanye West. I did not touch this girl.
Okay.
Okay. You just hated on my boy just because I hate on your boy.
I mean,
Justin is a big Kanye West supporter.
I'm not necessarily a supporter of his ideas. I'm a supporter of his music.
Trash. Yeah, it's trash.
Like I think in many ways he I mean Kanye, like what Kanye wants to be, right? He wants to be a guy that transcends, right?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't
I think that's the ultimate goal.
Like he doesn't want to be just a rapper.
Yeah.
He doesn't want just a musician. That's why he branched out into, the clothes and all that sort of stuff.
Now he wants to be loved. He wants to be loved.
No, I don't think he wants to be loved. Like,
he wants to be loved. He wants to be like, we should love everyone. He's saying that all the time. We should love each other more. Like,
and I understand that sentiment actually. Like, and by and large, I don't disagree with it. But I think that like especially the political climate in America and how it is like. So this idea, right, about like we should give this guy a chance, or we should love and whatever, right? So this was a line very clearly said by Chris Rock.
Yeah.
When Trump got into office.
Yeah. No.
Right. Do you remember he went on this thing about how, because the campaign was obviously quite brutal for everyone, and he said, look, he sort of finished up a set saying, look, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, now you're the president, show me, that you are a president for me, that you represent me. Even though I didn't vote for you, I'll give you a chance. Show me.
Yeah.
Right? And a few months later, he went on, I think it was Colbert or Letterman or whatever it was, and he just said, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's
He probably got flack for saying that in the first place.
No,
right?
no. In fact, he got a lot of praise for saying that. But
Okay.
after a while, after a few months, and Trump
started saying his flagrant shit.
Yeah, and
talking that shit.
And but it's not just saying, right? Like, because I think Chris Rock was one of those people. Like, you say a lot of shit, like when you're on a campaign.
Yeah.
Like, because you're just trying to, you're trying to win votes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's more. I think he was coming more along the lines of an actions that speaks louder than words, sort of thing. So it's like, now you're president, now show me, right? You say a lot of shit, now show me, like. And then the first thing, like, let's not forget the first thing that Trump did when he came to the office. The first bill he tried to pass was a Muslim ban.
Oh yeah, the Muslim ban.
The first thing, the travel ban, right?
Like, no, I'm not backing straight away the distance.
Yeah. So after a few months, and then there were a few other controversies as well. I can't recall off the top of my head. But Chris Rock went on one of these late night talk shows, and the host asked him, "So are you still of that opinion?" And Chris Rock just goes, "Nah."
Fuck.
He's like, no. He's like, he's shown me enough that he doesn't, he doesn't sort of, speak for everyone, or he doesn't. Basically, it was a not my president moment.
Yeah, I think what Kanye really like. I don't know if Kanye might like Trump as a guy, but I don't think he really thinks about what Trump is. I don't think he thinks about it policy-wise, right? Obviously. I think it's quite obvious. I don't think he thinks about it policy-wise.
I wouldn't be...
No, because
I would generally agree with that.
He went on TMZ saying that, I don't know what politics-wise, but I like his energy. He and I have dragon energy. He said something like that. Yeah. So he basically likes it because a lot of people tell him he can't do it. He couldn't be president, and he became president. And that's been kind of like Kanye's story throughout his whole career.
Yeah.
Like he started as a producer. He wanted to be a rapper. He would send these mad rappers with like beats with his verse on it, and they would never, they always ask him like take the verse out, and then they told Kanye, you can't be a rapper. You just be a producer, and he didn't like that, and that fed him energy to put him where he is today. That's why he went on that rant oh, they don't want me to make fashion. Look at me now. I have like, $1 billion business and stuff. So
Yeah. So I can understand that.
I think that's why like why can't I support Trump? Just because you guys say I can't? Like, I think there's a bit of that. He's like a born rebel.
Yeah. Or rather, he likes to
contrarian,
prove people wrong.
Oh yeah.
Like, he likes to prove people wrong, but I mean, yeah, I can see that. I'm not sure how
that's
how much he knows in terms of policy, but yeah, I think I generally agree with that. Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to differentiate. Is he doing this just because of just trying to be a rebel or / contrarian, or is he actually, does he actually, or is he just doing it for attention, like or both?
Both.
Right. What do you think of the new Yeezys? Do you think it will save him?
I mean, put it this way, right? The people that buy Yeezys don't really give a shit about, what he thinks of politically.
I bet you if you go on Instagram, you can find people who say, "What the fuck, Kanye?" And then there will be a photo of them like posting a photo, and then they're wearing Yeezys as well.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The people that buy the shoes don't give a shit about what he thinks about politically.
True. Just like Justin.
I don't have a pair of Yeezys.
Yeah, of course. Closet Yeezy hat. $1 Billion Whale. Did you finish the book?
No, actually, I'm on page like 175 or something. It's
you actually really read everything.
I mean, if I read a book, I generally tend to read the book. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I just the first 200 pages like I read, but then they kept talking about how the money was moved again and again and again, and that's what I'm like.
I mean, but that's the story, though.
Yeah, no, for me, more, what I liked about this book was more of Jolo's, like, character.
Yeah, I think that, I didn't really like that, to be honest.
Why?
I think it's so, I mean, obviously it's a book, right? So they've taken a few liberties with, in trying to tell a good story, but
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
but so I was actually just talking about this with a friend last night. First problem that why don't you give a background about this book first so people know what we're talking about?
We did from the first episode, but okay, we'll go again. So, Billion Dollar Whale is a book about Jolo, the guy who masterminded the 1MDB scandal that plagued Malaysia over the last 3 years.
So he basically stole a shitload of money from a sovereign wealth fund. By shitload, I mean like billions of dollars.
$7.5 billion.
So,
It's gone. Yeah, something like that.
But
7.5 billion.
he stole, yeah,
And he took 3 for himself or something.
Yeah, and this guy named Joe is the mastermind behind it all. Obviously,
And he's the real life crazy rich Asian.
yeah, obviously high political connections, all that sort of stuff. It's become a whole thing. Yeah, and there's a book written about him that came out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so the issue I have with this book is that, one, it makes it sound so easy.
Yeah.
When
yeah, obviously not.
The
yeah.
reality is that it's not.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
And yeah, the thing is like the part that was made sound, well, every part was made to sound easy, but I really dislike the part where, you know, they tell of how he gets all these meetings with all these like kings of
these kings and stuff,
of
yeah.
whatever.
They make it sound like
as though it's like, oh, he's just like, hey, can I have a meeting? And the king's like, oh yeah, sure.
yeah,
Like, you know, that doesn't happen, man.
I remember right. He basically went to the Middle East. He only knows one contact there, and he told him, "Yo, can I meet the royal family?"
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's
2 p.m. tomorrow. Call a Starbucks.
yeah, exactly, right? Like that just doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, that part was left out. And then the other part was also when they try to describe his character,
Yeah. Okay.
which I know this is the part you love, but I don't necessarily agree with this part where, you know, they say he's a bit of a, I mean, to put it nicely, he's portrayed as a bit of a loser, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think one of the first things the book talks about was that when he was at Wharton, the business school, University of Pennsylvania, he threw a party at a club, and he invited everyone to come, and it was a very lavish party, and all that sort of stuff. And I'm just thinking, all right, man, if I was in university, and there was this really, really nerdy looking international student, who threw a party. First of all,
why are you smiling? Why are you about to bring it to a smile?
like, would I go? Like, would all the cool kids go?
In uni, Wharton? No.
Yeah, but the way it's said in the book is that everyone went.
Yeah.
The cool kids, the uncool kids, the this, that. And I'm
but
like,
in high school, it would be like, I think the more telling, I think that was obviously blown. Like when I read that, I was like, what? Like, I don't think. No, but if you think about it, if everything is paid for, why wouldn't you?
but the thing is, they made it seem like the way the reason they told that story was that they told it in a way that, you know, to paint his character. And there was a few other stories after that where it's like he's a guy that likes to throw parties, and he just likes to spend money, and he just likes to make, you know, these super lavish parties, and he doesn't actually end up really partaking in them. But more along the lines of like,
you guys are in my space, in my party.
yeah, and he wants to like sort of show his money, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm just thinking, man, if you're if you're an international kid from wherever, and you invite me to a party, I'm not sure I would go, man. Like,
yeah, but Justin, you're you. You don't go out.
but do you think all the cool kids would go?
I think they would if it's like a lavish party with a lot of drinks.
But they don't know if it's a lavish.
They did no. Okay.
So Peter, some guy comes up to you. All right, Harry comes up to you.
Harry.
He gives you an invite. Says, "Hey Peter, I'm throwing a party at, you know."
What if I said like?
And on the thing it says what, free entry, and there's a dress code because there was a dress code on the invite. Would you go?
No, it depends where. Like, okay, in Melbourne, if Harry said, "Yo, I'm throwing a party at fucking," okay, what's a big venue? Like crown, okay, crown.
No, not the crown. Let's say at like, all right. Let's say it's during a party. let's say it's during a party. Miss Collins,
Yeah.
right? At at a nice club, right?
I'm about to say something real flagrant.
Free entry. There's a dress code. He said, "Peter, come along."
I'm about to say something really bad that I think I might edit out.
Yeah.
There was this
cut it
some
out.
girl named. This would be part of the lost.
Yeah, but
tapes.
anyway, but if Harry went, and he gives it invites every single person. He doesn't know them, by the way. Like
Yeah, he
like,
doesn't know them. Yeah.
you don't know this person. Like
You know what? If it's actually free drinks and shit, I'll go. Why not?
I don't think you'd go, man.
I went.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, I don't even know her. Then you're like, dude, there's free drinks and
yeah.
shit.
I remember this. You didn't want to go,
Yeah.
right? And you weren't gonna go, and the only reason you went is because
Think about it. If someone's going to splash money, there will be a lot of free riders. There will be a lot of people who want to ride, like, go there, take some free shit and leave.
no. But I think you're not understanding the context. You don't know this person.
Yeah.
Like this person is just an unknown person to you.
Oh, I'm so totally editing the last few bits out.
Yeah.
But okay.
But this person's like an unknown person. Like, he just comes up to you and says, here's a thing. Here's a invite to my party. And, he looks a bit like a nerdy, like, he doesn't party, right?
Or maybe they could have seen him in school and like, oh, that kid in class, he's throwing a party. Okay, let's just go. And he's going to spend X amount of money.
I think that's a bit naive.
I wouldn't go. I personally really won't go. But I can see people going. I wouldn't say a lot.
Yeah,
of
but
people
you wouldn't
go.
get like, the coolest kids in the class, I
knows, man?
I doubt they would go.
Okay.
Like, and the way the book portrayed it is like everyone went. And I was like,
Okay.
and here's the thing, this is like Wharton, right? Like there's a lot of well-off people in Wharton,
Yeah.
right? Like the sons and daughters of, pretty well-off people.
Yeah.
Like they're not necessarily going to be,
So you
Oh,
just throwing a party?
oh, you got a table at Miss Collins. Like, what do I give a shit? Like, I
Yeah.
can get a table anytime I want. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
Justin, calm.
But
I
you
know.
know,
I know.
yeah.
I know what you mean.
It doesn't make sense. So
Obviously, it's gonna be blown out proportion. But what they're basically trying to say is that like he would throw parties and people who go aren't really his friends, which that's like the general theme. He basically like I think one of the thing which the writers did. I mean, I don't know whether they did it just to like put him down, but they kept talking about him and women, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought that was very. That's the only part where I was like, this is a bit distasteful.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think that he's that good with women anyway.
I don't know. I haven't. I was trying to look for videos of him speaking. Have you even heard how he speaks? I don't know.
No, but I think that that's a separate issue because I think the book also try to portray him as a bit of a loser. But I actually think like he has to be quite charismatic when he speaks.
Yeah, definitely.
He
If
has to
he's
be.
hanging with Leo and Jamie Foxx.
No,
all the time.
no, not because he's hanging with those guys. It doesn't matter. You can like the reason he's hanging with those guys because he pays those guys to hang with him,
Okay.
right? So he can be whatever, and it doesn't matter because he's just giving them money, right? But the fact that he can convince people, he
No,
can,
to move the money. Yeah, surely.
No,
yeah.
he can convince kings and sheiks
Yeah.
and prime ministers and chief ministers and all that to have meetings with him
Yeah.
and talk to him.
And convince them to give him.
Yeah,
their
like,
money.
I think
So
that
he
that
has
you
to have
need
some
level
charisma.
some level of
exactly.
charisma. So this idea where they portray him as this guy who is a bit of a loser, like I think is not the best portrayal. So that's one thing. The thing about the women part, I'm pretty sure that part is generally pretty true because I remember a few years back before the whole 1MDB thing came out, there was this story about
Him
Kim.
in Paris.
no, it was him and the this girl from SHE, the Taiwanese group.
No, I don't.
So he proposed to her.
Oh, is it she pops up in the book? Xiao HSIA.
Elvis Xiao.
Elvis Xiao, yeah, Elvis Xiao, yeah.
Yeah, but he proposes to her, and there's a video online where like and it's a lavish proposal. Like he rents an entire island or something,
Yeah,
and he
and
like
then
books out.
So they did the "I love you" decoration.
Yeah,
on
like
the beach
like
and
across
some
that.
shit.
Yeah, it looks like it costs like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
and she said no.
Yeah, man.
Like
Shit. And that guy came back and like, I'm banging Miranda Kerr now, bitch.
yeah.
Do you think he ever hit that?
Yeah, I don't know. I had this conversation last night, and I said, my opinion last night was, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Would you do it? Would you steal $3 million just to tap Miranda Kerr once?
No.
Yeah,
I don't think she's worth that much money. But but having said that, it's like.
I'm not editing that out, by the way.
But having said that, do you think that he went there or no?
I think he did. Obviously, I mean, like,
because my friends
loves money, dude.
Yeah, because my friends argument was like, but Miranda Kerr doesn't need the money.
Yeah, but like, I think it's more, but it's like money. Like, she had money, but like, everyone knew who I mean, like, not everyone. Everyone within Hollywood, the big spenders know who Jolo is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he had money. He had real money. Not that rapper, I got bling bling money. Even OT Genesis said this in the interview.
Yeah,
man, this guy's got real money.
Yeah,
So-
but the thing is, like, so you think he paid her?
I don't think. I think that, like, I would assume. No, I'm not assuming. I wouldn't expect it, but like a $4 million jury, like, you get something, right? Like,
Yeah.
you expect a kiss at least, right? Like,
I'd expect more than a kiss. But
if not, I'm sending it straight back to the jeweler right now. But yeah, so yeah, he definitely went there. It doesn't matter if he did. I mean, I kind of want to know if he did or not. But
yeah, I mean, it's like last night I was telling my friend, like, you know how they portray him in the book as this sort of like loser with chicks, right? But I told him, but I bet you he's
tapped more. He's tapped
yeah.
more than me and you combined.
And these like tier 1 like smoking hot
Yeah.
chicks, 100%.
I think if we combine our money, like, we probably could tap one together.
Not even, man. I don't even think so, man.
The Devil's Triangle,
No, man. Off limits.
off limits.
What? You mean the drinking game? That was.
No, are you talking about boofing? You mean the fart? Like, what?
Yeah.
I just boofed, by the way.
Good.
Excuse me.
Good
Safety.
Yeah, but Joe Lo, I don't know, man. Like, on the one hand, it's sort of like, you know, you wish you knew him at the time so you could be at one of the parties. Because the parties, the way they're described, it sounds ridiculously cool, man. Like,
Okay, I'll tell you something. I don't know whether you had this in Champaka, but definitely in Garden. Rich kids get like clout just because they're rich.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I think as you grow older, it'll probably be more intensified.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, yeah, he probably had a lot of fake friends, a lot of fake girlfriends. I mean, I think that's essentially what the book was trying to show you. He needed all this money. He was insecure as fuck. He needed this money just to get friends. Yeah, but there's something to that. I obviously, like, some stories are a bit drawn out, like the party thing, like you said. I don't think everyone was there, but would there be free riders there? Surely, man. If there was some, okay, not me. I bet you, like, there are kids who in Melbourne Uni right now, if they saw a flyer that some guy is throwing, like he's paying for everything at I Love Art, like Miss Collins or something. Come, bring your friends, everything. They'll be like, yeah, some dude is just, like, paying for our normal Friday night, or
Yeah,
even more, like, oh, we're going to Crown, they're paying for everything.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with that. Just the way, yeah, but like you said, just the way it's described in the book where it said, like, everyone was there, like, from the cool kids to the international students. I was like, I don't think that's true, but whatever. Yeah, but I get what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying.
He filled it.
Yeah, and
he filled the room.
and I agree with what you're saying.
So,
but yeah, man, I just want to go to one of the parties, man. But now,
you know why I throw parties? Because I have no friends.
but now those parties are not.
Are gone.
Yeah, not happening anymore. Man.
We gotta find a new $1 billion whale.
Yeah, man. But I mean, credit where it's due, right? Like, this guy, like,
He's the king of finessing.
he's smart and he had balls, man.
Yeah.
Like, he has bigger balls than anyone, man. Like,
Yeah,
this
think
guy.
about it. Look at him. Look what he has to work with. And look what he made of himself. He's now, like, missing, that I don't know how they're going to catch that. They'll catch him eventually one day. But he's now living the race, he lived a lifetime he probably lived 10 lifetimes worth of luxury and fun more than me and you could ever fucking yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's from the lifestyle perspective, that's definitely true. Yeah, but I'm saying it more from the perspective of like how he moved the money.
Yeah.
You know how he
He's a king of finessing.
because he knows he stole the money, and also how he covered. You know how he he took a lot of risks, quite a few risks actually, and it paid off for him at the time.
You're looking at this from a gambling perspective, aren't you?
I'm looking at it from a with every like major criminal, right? There's always some sense of, oh, he's a criminal, he does bad things, I don't like him. But there's also always a bit of like admiration, right?
Yeah,
because
great mind,
you're
of course, a great mind.
Yeah, like you gotta be pretty smart and you gotta have a bit of balls to do something like this. So yeah, like
It's like how MJ was so good at music, but he still touched kids.
allegedly.
He did, dude.
He's no Drake, man.
What do you? Yeah, he has no Drake. Drake is it's better.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Yeah, so if you go finish the book, I mean they target his character a bit more, which I think which is why the book drew some criticism of it. Like, yo, this is not some fucking action crime movie. It's like it's more than that. Treat it with a bit more respect. That's what Claire Rewcastle Brown.
I mean, it's a book though, so
Yeah.
you
have to build
the
some
writers
kind
have
of-
some sort of like artistic license.
Yeah. No, I thought it was great. Fine.
By the way, if you are like Peter mentioned before, if you're looking for the real
story.
to understand what a real Crazy Rich Asian looks like, it's not Henry Golding in Crazy Rich Asians.
It's Joe.
Go look at a picture of him. You know that's what.
And to all those guys and girls, don't laugh at him. He tapped Miranda Kerr. Right? Go look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, did you tap Miranda Kerr? All right. Next topic. Shall we talk about Lindsay Lohan?
I mean, yeah, you can if you want.
There was a video. I mean, this went viral. It's where Lindsay Lohan was in Russia. I don't know where, driving in the car, snorting coke or whatever. Came out of a car, saw a refugee family sitting down, and tried to steal the kids away. So, yeah. Do you find the video funny?
I feel you're not really describing the story that well, though.
What? Okay, fine. She came out, saw these homeless family, a mom and a dad and two kids, and she wanted to take the kids up to her hotel room to watch TV or something. So she kept insisting and started talking in an accent, and that's when that shit got me fucking crying. And then she just kept insisting and started speaking like Russian, like niets, and eventually she got slapped. And then she started playing the victim, like, oh, I just got attacked. I just saw these human traffickers. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was a very funny viral video.
Let me take them, let them sleep. Come with me. You and me come. Just come. Just come with me. Not your husband. Just you and your kids. You shouldn't be sleeping on the floor. But you're a good little boy. And this is not fair. No, we go to... Guys. No, нет. And خلاص. Guys, you're going the wrong way. My car's here. Cut. Look what's happening. They're trafficking children.
Oh, it's alright. I mean, you like this sort of stuff.
You don't like World Star?
I mean, people like Lindsay Lohan, right? Like, they're just attention seekers, man.
Kanye West?
Yeah, but at least Kanye West.
At least what? It's just you like different type of attention seeking.
Listen, at least he makes music, right? Like, he's still relevant. Someone like Lindsay Lohan is not relevant anymore.
Okay, name me a song that Kanye West made. Besides, okay, you're gonna say I love it. Okay, name me a song that you play, that you listen to, still make music. Yeah.
I mean, all right, wait. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Kanye West is relevant in pop culture today?
I think he's more relevant because of his fashion.
Okay, but that's fine. But he's still relevant, right? All right. Do you think Lindsay Lohan is relevant in pop culture today?
She's relevant for that viral moment.
So no, right? She's not relevant, right? She's not relevant. She used to be a child star.
No, but
she made one hit movie, Mean Girls, and then she she got caught up in all the drug stuff and she's fallen off, right? So she's one of those people, right? Who's not relevant.
Wait, do you actually think Mean Girls is a good movie?
I mean, it was a good movie for its time, and I can understand why it got popular, and I don't, I've no issue with that.
Okay,
But
I just haven't watched Mean Girls, so I don't know.
Yeah, but so like Lindsay Lohan, right? She's not relevant, so she's one of those people like, oh, because I'm not relevant, I'm going to attention seek to try to become relevant, right? And it's like, yo, at some point, and she's been doing this for years actually. At some point, it's like, yo, like this is just stop, man.
You gotta stop. Or then
just-
okay,
I'm
if
just
she's not
tired of you,
if
man.
she's not relevant, then what? She should just go away,
I mean, why don't you go and
make a movie.
like, yeah, do something useful?
Well, why don't Kanye West go do something useful instead of ranting?
You yourself said like he's designing his shoes, he's doing his clothing line, all that sort of stuff, right? Like he has relevance in pop culture today. What relevance does Lindsay Lohan have in pop culture today aside from being like the butt end of a joke?
Maybe that's her relevant. That's her calling.
It's the same thing with like those people that used to be on Jersey Shore, right? Like today they're not relevant anymore. Like no one gives a shit about them, right? Like I don't know, man. Lindsay Lohan is just one of those people who like, initially when she was like, she got caught up in all the drugs and stuff.
But she was child star though.
Yeah, but you sort of felt bad for her. Sort
Yeah.
of like, oh, I hope she bounces back.
But now it's too far.
And then she's just kept doing it, and it's just like, yo, like just.
But this is the same for all those girls like Amanda Bynes and what's the other one? Who's the other white girl? Like all these white girl child stars.
I mean, the one person that's managed to buck the trend a bit
Hilary Duff.
was Drew Barrymore. No, not Hilary Duff, man. Hilary Duff was.
She kept it quiet. She just like.
Hilary Duff has been very stable.
Yeah, that means she's the one that didn't like. I mean, she knew she fall off. She
Oh
didn't
yeah,
care.
yeah.
That's what I mean.
Oh, sorry, you're telling me the ones that bucked
Yeah.
the trend. Yeah, Hilary Duff and like Drew Barrymore, like where she was, she was the initial like the one that probably knew about the most the child star, the wild child.
The wild child, yeah.
So she did cocaine at 12 and was
Yeah.
addicted to whatever at 13 and all that. And then she.
Came out with Charlie Angel's bang movie.
Yeah, she went down. She was in a pretty bad state, and then she's managed to bounce back. Like, whereas, for example, like Lindsay Lohan is just like.
Yeah, speaking of like Charlie
bounce back
Angels,
at all.
have you seen all three actors then and now? They still all look pretty good. Obviously, Lucy Liu, she's Asian, so she doesn't crack. She looks the same.
I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, they look older.
Yeah, but like, man, Asian people don't age quite well. Actually.
I mean, all of them look older.
But no, but like, what's the name? Okay, so it's Drew Barrymore and
Cameron Diaz.
Karen Diaz. They look significantly more aged compared to Lucy Liu. IMO, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I think that's genetics.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying we look at you, man. You look like a baby-faced boy.
Yeah, but I guess when I'm 60, I'll look.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes.
I play the long game, man. Play the long game.
How do you play this long game? Bring out the video. Tupac in Malaysia.
So like what? Give me a bit of background on the video before I say it. Like what does it show? Like so it shows a guy, it shows a black guy,
Just so
shows a black guy. What's he doing?
is this just up? No, they can hear it. They can hear the audio.
Yeah, but I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it for you.
My Gulf Coast Epidemic 86 is the movement.
So watching Suge Knight's son
just took to Instagram.
So this is supposed to be Tupac.
Yeah.
The Illuminati
What
for
what
locking up his dad, Suge Knight.
what shows that he's in Malaysia? Like what? Oh, but this I guess just to show he's alive.
Yeah, no, it's just Suge Knight's son claiming that he's still alive because it's a video of him like in Today or something.
Right.
Yeah, so like
I mean, to be fair, I don't think that looks totally dissimilar to.
no, I'm
Tupac.
not saying it doesn't, but like you know how I'm not okay. This sounds a bit dumb, but like Tupac has a very common black person's look. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so like I've seen plenty of times. Like there was one time there was this meme that Tupac was alive because there was some look-alike of him at some VMA music award.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
I mean,
about.
but then again, I question you sometimes because you saw an Indian guy, you thought it was Aziz Ansari.
Motherfucker, I did meet Aziz Ansari. Stop fucking.
All right, man. All right. It was just some random Indian guy at a restaurant.
Fuck you.
All right. So he says Tupac is alive and is in Malaysia,
Yeah.
and then he says
Does
he's
this
not. And then he says he's not on drugs.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. So I'm thinking like you don't believe him.
I don't believe Suge Knight Jr. Yeah, I don't believe Suge Knight Jr. Dude, Suge
So
Knight's
so
been
what?
lying since day one. So why would I believe different from the sun?
Why don't you believe him?
Why don't I believe him?
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't even know how Tupac died. All I know is he and
Wait, you don't know how Tupac died?
he got shot.
Yeah.
But I don't know like the exact like details. But I know
It was the beef between
B.I.G..
between Biggie and Tupac, and it was like the West Coast East Coast stuff.
no, that's the biggest theory. That's the most followed theory, but no one knows exactly why. And I don't think anyone will ever know why.
I mean, I think people like Suge Knight would know why.
Yeah, true. But
Like the insiders know why. Like I'm sure Snoop Doggy Dogg knows why.
yeah. Oh man. Do you think Snoop knows exactly who did it and why?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm sure everyone in that scene, like in that circle, knows why. I'm sure Dr. Dre knows why.
Do you think the news will come out eventually?
Nah, man. Like
So it will never?
they won't snitch, man. Yeah, like, these are issues on the street, man. Issue in the street. They don't.
You seem to know the
they're not
code
gonna
of the
snitch,
street.
man.
You seem to know the street code really well.
Yeah, I'm from the streets.
You bullying? You bullying? You bullying blood? Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, I just... Okay, anyways, just say if he is theoretically in Malaysia. What's he doing? What's your theory?
I don't know why he'd be in Malaysia, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck would go to Malaysia, especially if you're black.
All right. The thing I found most surprising about this thing was that they even know like that Malaysia exists.
Yeah, no. Oh, no. I'll tell you a fun fact. Do you know Malaysia has been mentioned in a rap song by the Migos, by actually one of the biggest songs of last year or this year. Do you know the Slide song by Frank Ocean?
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Kuala Lumpur was used.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
chicks
didn't
from
realize.
Kuala Lumpur or some shit like that. Yeah. I'll add it.
I know that Warren G knows Malaysia. Warren G did a collab with Too Fat probably before your time.
Okay,
but
yeah, I don't know. Me no.
Warren G, one of the OGs.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like
no, but Malaysia's. I mean, like Southeast Asia in general is being put on the map more and more now, with more international artists coming through than before. Like, you're getting more urban artists that are going through. Usually, remember the time Malaysia?
what are urban artists?
Oh, like people like Khalid, SZA, Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak, I know, but did Khalid and SZA go to Malaysia?
Yeah.
Oh,
Khalid
was it for what?
Khaled's
Good
going.
vibes?
So actually, Khaled's going this November. SZA went for the Good Vibes Festival. Okay. Anyways, but
yeah,
okay,
but I
let's
saw
talk-
Anderson .Paak
Yeah.
went to Malaysia, and he went for like for his own show. Like he didn't go
Yeah.
for as part of, and I was like amazed. I was like
why?
or rather,
Why?
I was like, man, like people in Malaysia know who Anderson .Paak is. Because to be fair,
Yeah.
I didn't even know who Anderson .Paak is until about a year ago.
Oh yeah, no. Malaysia's radio. My one of my friends is really like who likes all these like music as well. Really into music. Malaysia's they're producing like these better radio stations, better radio shows, and I think the kids there are.
Because is Anderson .Paak even that big in like what's his big single? Like I don't even think he has like a big single, right?
Where it's his song, right?
Yeah.
I think I think the biggest song for Anderson .Paak ever has.
Glow Up, right?
Yeah, no, I think the biggest song ever he has been in is the Mac Miller song. I can
Right,
keep
yeah.
on losing
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I think that's his probably big song.
But he's just featured.
Yeah, but I mean,
So for him to
you know how some this is another topic. Don't you think there's a lot of songs where there's a rapper and a singer, but no one really gives a fuck about the rapping bit, and people just like the hook?
I mean, I mean, I see what you're saying.
Like okay, like do you know that Frank Ocean Slide song?
Yeah.
Do you even give a fuck about the Migos bit?
I mean, it's there.
Yeah, but like, would you rather have it without? I would say I'd rather have it without. We're not famous enough.
Yeah,
so,
but
the Migos
no.
aren't going to run down.
No,
on
but
us.
then you got Katy Perry, California Girls, and you got a Snoop version.
Okay,
there.
but
and isn't that the most memorable part of the song?
No, actually, I don't even know a single thing he says. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know.
But what I'm saying is that some songs, I get what you're saying. Like some
most songs.
I don't know most. I'd say it's pretty evenly split.
Sometimes it's just like, can you remove this bit? Like,
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
So
But-
exactly.
Yeah, but I was surprised when I saw that Anderson .Paak had a headline show in KL. It's like, first of all,
Why?
why? Second of all, like I didn't even know he sold out. He sold out the stadium.
Dua Lipa went to Singapore. Like
but Dua Lipa is a
Transcend-
star in her
yeah,
own right.
pop star,
Like, she's
yeah.
a star in her own. She's a pop star, right? Anderson
Yeah.
.Paak is not. Anderson .Paak is
more urban, right?
I don't know if urban is the right word, but he's more like he's not as well known, right? Like you wouldn't expect the average person to know who he was.
Yeah.
Like and I'm saying that as someone who didn't know who he was as well. Like and I saw him at Laneway. Yeah, so you know.
Great performer, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Very
a good performer. It's a really good performer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was pretty surprised, but
No,
Yeah.
I just think Malaysia is opening up more to urban youth culture. It's because of the internet as well. It's what's generally cool around the world if you think about it. Hip hop is now the most popular form of music. Surely some hip hop artists will pierce through to Malaysia. It's just who is gonna make that big breakthrough.
I mean, but then again, let's not talk as though Malaysia is some like backwater country. It's not.
It's not.
But it's just like
no. In terms of internet, the international acts that go through. You want to talk? Actually, let's talk about the artists that were banned or always had trouble performing there.
I can't recall.
Linkin Park were I think they were banned from coming back because they didn't they wore shorts to perform, and this was like almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, but since then, Linkin Park has had quite a few shows.
Yeah, but I mean, let's talk about how it started opening up.
I mean, I don't think it.
Yo, okay, I can tell you have you ever been to a concert in Malaysia?
Yeah.
Where? Or what concert is it?
I can't remember. It was a long time ago. I went to one in Bukit Kiara.
Same. Bukit Kiara Club.
Yeah.
It's they covered the grass with wooden floor.
Yeah.
Do you go watch Simple Plan?
They do that all the time. No.
I went for Simple Plan. That's my first concert ever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was like, then as you start going more concerts, you realize that was a very weird place to hold a concert.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. Yeah.
I've seen I'll tell you what's a good concert I've been to. Have you do you go see Jason Mraz when he came to Malaysia?
No.
They performed at a I think it's at a school or they basically
At a
performed
school.
not a school, but they performed in somewhere in KL where there's a big grass pitch and they just put seats. It was just really weird. It's like Malaysia doesn't have the right. It seems like they don't have the right infrastructure.
I mean, nowadays when
They have the
people,
KL Live, which I think I like that venue.
I've never been to KL Live.
KL Live.
But nowadays, people come especially the headline acts, they go to they do it at the stadium, right?
Merdeka Stadium or something, right?
Bukit Jalil.
Oh, Bukit Jalil, yeah.
Right, they do it at the stadium. So, but I mean, regardless, I don't know if. I think international acts in general, though, just tend to miss Malaysia because they're not going to make a lot of money.
Yeah. Money as in you don't think they'll fill up the seats and stuff?
Yeah, both.
Okay.
In terms of they won't fill up the seats, and also they probably can't charge.
Only the very biggest artists.
Yeah, only the very biggest,
Yeah.
where they'll be able to, fill up the seats.
True.
But, because at the end of the day, it's
money.
mostly-
It's a business
an economics decision, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
unless you're the very biggest and you can fill up, 80,000 people or whatever, it's like
True.
why bother?
True.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, and there's been people that have been banned from going to Australia as well, like Chris Brown.
Oh, it's Chris Brown brand.
Chris Brown's banned from going to
Oh,
Australia.
because of because of his little like fight with Rihanna.
Yeah, little fight. Yeah.
Not little. Hey, dude, you know Barbados women, man, they hit men as well. You know. No, I'm serious.
I know. It's like violence against men tends to be underreported and under.
I'm not gonna lie. I think if you dated Rihanna would beat you up.
I mean, probably.
Yeah, she'd probably beat me up. Because I can't hit women because I don't believe in hitting women.
Why?
Because I respect women.
But men and women are equal.
Yeah, but
so by not hitting her, you are automatically assuming that you are better than her.
No, I just don't hit people.
You're implicitly assuming you're better than her.
But I don't hit people in general.
But what if the person hits you?
I believe in non-violence.
So if some guy hits you, you won't hit back.
If the guy's bigger than me and I know I'm going to lose, what's the point? You might as well just let him hit you and cry on the floor so he won't hit you. Because it'll be really dog of him to hit someone who's crying on the floor.
So if...
You're trying to think of someone small. Peter Dinklage.
So, all right. So, but you'll hit a guy back only if you think you'll win.
Okay, let's bring it up. Like, okay, let's get into this topic. Okay, when would you start throwing hands?
I don't.
Never.
I've never.
No. Would you? Okay, what if you're forced to defend yourself? Or would you not? Or would you just go into fearless defense position?
I mean, it depends on the context. I don't think I'd like.
I know.
I don't think I'd roll up in a ball and cry on the floor. But if you know, like, let's say my life depended on it, like,
what's your defense
I wouldn't
mechanism?
just like give up. Like, but that's an extreme situation, right?
Yeah.
That's like, you know, if you're being.
It's not like if people fight fucking every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So when would you throw hands?
I don't know, man. Like, I think that sort of stuff is quite instinctual, right? Like, you don't really know how you react until you're in the situation, right?
You're gonna turn on rage mode and just.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I'm really not sure. Like,
don't you ever sometimes think about what if I'm gonna get robbed? How am I gonna defend myself? Or you just gonna go like, bro, just take my like $10.20.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't carry that much cash, so it's like,
Yeah, same.
you want to rob me? Like, oh yeah, here's
What
my
about to take your
$5.
phone? Your phone. Your phone.
I mean, I don't think I'd fight. Like if the guy has a knife or some shit, I wouldn't fight him. Man.
No knife. A 15-year-old Sudanese boy.
I think you're probably right. If you think you could win, you think you get your phone back, then you would.
You throw some hands. Try to get that camera on as well, so you can worst start that shit.
But so like this brings to mind like something that happened to me quite a few years back. But I was with a friend and we were walking late at night in the city. We were in Chinatown, and a homeless guy came up to us and said, "Do you have any spare change?" This wasn't even that late at night. Just maybe like 11. And we were like, "Oh no, man, sorry." And then I was walking, and then I just had a sense, right? And
he was following.
Yeah, and
Oof.
no, we were walking. So we just passed by, and then we kept walking, and I just had a sense. Then I turned back. Like I looked over my shoulder like that, and as soon as I did that, right, a bottle just came, like right in front of my face. So if I didn't turn back, right, that bottle would have hit me square in the back of the head.
Oh, you haven't bottled. And
Yeah.
it would be like the Justin Law.
That guy
God bless
obviously
you,
got pissed off,
Yeah.
and was throwing beer bottles at us.
Yeah.
So in that case, me and my friend, we ran.
Yeah.
Right? Would you have fought? Would you have been like,
No,
yo, man, like what the? Like,
dude, it's a homeless person, dude.
I mean, but he was obviously like not right mentally.
Yeah, and
right?
that too. Like, for me, like fighting.
But he's attacking you.
Fighting is last resort, and fighting should this is like what is written in law. It's actually kind of right, and it's written in the Bible as well. Like you should like they're not telling you. There's this line like okay, let's not get into the Bible, but I think people should have the develop the strength to defend themselves. But when you need your strength, it's not to fucking beat the shit out of that person. It's to neutralize the person. So if the guy is just throwing something at you, yeah, I would run or walk away. But if the guy is still actively trying to harm you, like he's chasing after you, and he basically caught you in a corner, you have to fight. You have to throw hands, right?
I think most people would though, right? Because that's survival instinct, right?
Yeah, survival. You run. But then, obviously, once you're cornered, and you have no chance, it's like a last resort.
Yeah, you have no choice. You have to do it.
You have to throw some hands, dude.
So yeah.
You have to take that taekwondo.
Yeah, like
straight punch, up and down. You used to do taekwondo?
I was a yellow belt, man.
Oh shit, I beat you, man. I was red belt. I was just one level above you.
Is it a red belt?
No, it's white, yellow,
Yeah.
blue,
Yeah.
red,
Is that red? Blue, green, brown,
Blue, green.
black, right?
Yeah, okay. So, but I was the third or fourth one.
Right.
Yeah. Do you wait? Okay, let's talk about taekwondo for a split second. Were you ever made to spar with a girl?
No.
My first sparring, I had to fight a girl because you know how girls usually grow fast. Yeah. I was a tall boy, right? So obviously I couldn't fight the short kids. I had to fight girls.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't throw any kicks.
Why not?
And I got kicked so hard.
Yeah, why not? Why didn't you throw a kick?
I don't know, man. It was just instinct. I couldn't hit girls.
But men and women are equal.
All right, I should have just knocked her square face in the jaw, right?
I mean, by when she kicked you and by not returning the kick or not sparring evenly with her, you're denying her the opportunity to get better.
All right.
So why are you doing that?
I was oppressing her, wasn't
Yeah.
I? All right, now I know. Next time, square face.
Yeah, you're part of the problem, man. You're part of the problem.
I'm part of the problem.
You're part of the problem, man.
So Justin, you have not held back. Full kick to the head. Roundhouse kick.
I mean, men and women are equal, right?
Sure you can.
I mean, men and women are equal, right? So, it's...
I really wish one day I'm walking with you and some crazy woman just corners you and you are forced to throw hands.
Yeah. I've had this conversation before about you don't know this person, but about who will win in a fight between me and that person. And that person's like it's actually smaller than me. And it's like who will win a fight? And of course I'm like, oh yeah, of course I'll win. But someone who provided input into the argument said, it's often not the person who is bigger that wins the fight. It's the person who's like is the craziest.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude.
Yeah. So it's just like that guy is like could get because that guy is a bit unstable as well. So it could get a bit crazy.
Okay, so just to ask you, what's the most crazy thing when you snapped? What's the most craziest thing you've done?
I'm pretty even keel, man. I haven't really snapped.
You really haven't really snapped?
Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen me snap?
No, but like I think you're at an age where like you don't really give fucks. But surely in your past, when you're younger, you would have snapped.
I mean, the most is like I punch a window. Like,
okay, fine, that's nothing. Then.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Okay.
So
okay, fine. Yeah, but yeah,
I wasn't like a ragey kid.
Okay.
I was always like, whatever, man.
Dude, I was more of a cut yourself. Like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be perfect. Simple plan, that type of kid.
Yeah, I mean, how much Black eyeliner did you own, man?
I didn't own any. But
Black
I was not a good Charlotte
black
fan,
nail
dude.
polish?
I was not a good Charlotte fan, dude. I was listening to their songs the other day. They're pretty good. They're actually not bad. You don't like Good Charlotte?
I mean, at one point in my life, they were cool, right? But that point in my life was a long time ago.
Let's talk more about your self-defense nonsense. So if there's a 15-year-old kid, I always like talking about this. So if there's a 15-year-old kid who's about to rob you, and you're going to win a fight, so what would you do? Would you neutralize him or would you beat him up? Because a lot of people say they will beat the kid up.
Oh, I'd probably just walk away.
No, so you just walk away. It's like, give me your money. You just turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
But what if he keeps insisting or he hits you from behind? Then you got to throw some hands, man. You got to throw some shoryukens.
I mean, I don't think my first instinct would be to punch him in the face. I'd probably just shove him or some shit, right?
Yeah.
And then if it keeps coming back, then eventually you get pissed off and just
you got to do the Nigel Diong.
But I wouldn't freaking go go Conor McGregor and get on top of him and ground and pound and
no,
shit.
he doesn't do that. That's a Khabib move.
I mean, whatever, right? But I wouldn't do that, right? It's just just get away from me, man. Just go away.
I don't think it's that easy, just go away. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but but you know what I mean.
I know
you shove them away.
You tried it. Yeah.
You wouldn't
Have you been robbed before?
No.
Same. Yeah. Okay. Quite lucky. I guess. Yeah. I think. Shall I just wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening to Zero Credibility. Goodbye.